Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to another edition of You Tried It, which is me, Youkeyy, trying products. Yeah. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the EcoTools Total Perfecting Blender. Beauty blenders kind of set the standard for beauty sponges, so I definitely have a tendency to call these beauty blenders, but this one is called the Total Perfecting Blender, and here's what it looks like. It is this mint green color, and the reason I decided to try this out was because I previously did a video where I tried out a makeup sponge from a smaller company, and in the comment section, many of you were saying that I should try the EcoTools. Was it that video or was it another video? I think it was that video where some of you were saying that I should try out the EcoTools sponge. I believe I bought it in store at Ulta and it was $5.99, and it says it's $5.99 on the Ulta website. It says that the Total Perfecting Blender is a soft, flexible sponge to blend primer and foundation for flawless looking skin. Dry and display sponge in vented storage stand until next use. That is this gray looking thing right here. So it says to use the sponge wet or dry. When using it wet, squeeze excess water until damp, gently roll, stipple, or dab to blend product into skin. The thing about this sponge that I noticed was when I first saw it in the packaging, I thought that maybe it had this weird angle to both sides. So on this end right here, you can see that it's slanted at maybe a 45-degree angle. I actually thought by looking on the packaging that both sides were going to look like this, but I was very shocked when I brought it out and it's actually super flat on the other side. It says that the flat surface applies product to surface area, and then the round base seamlessly blends lines and colors, and the wedge-like tip guides precise straight lines. Looking at it from the side, it is a very odd shape to me. The color, I don't really mind. You know, it's minty, it's matching with my shirt. That was not on purpose, but you know, I'm here for it. The tip of it has like this straight edge. It doesn't come to a complete tip, but it kind of squares off in a rectangular shape. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, but like if I were to put powder on this and stamp it on my nose, it would give me a straight line. So that's definitely something I am looking forward to testing out. And on the product package itself, it says that the EcoFoam technology means that it's made of 70% plant-based material. I don't know what that means because on the packaging I can't really find any information about what kind of material it's made out of, but I'm assuming that it is polyurethane, which is basically the standard for non-latex makeup sponges that we see on the market a lot these days. This is what it looks like when it is damp, so it is significantly larger than what it was like just straight out of the package. When I was wetting the sponge and squeezing out the excess water, I noticed that it had a whole lot of bubbles, which means like foamy bubbles in a way. You know what I mean? Like where the material, you squeeze out the water and it's all foamy. It looks soapy. That's a term I've used before in a different video. When I say soapy, I mean like foamy bubbles. You get what I mean? But when I was squeezing it out, lots and lots of bubbles, lots of foam. It was significantly more than when I initially purchased my Real Techniques complexion sponge. So that's just something I like to kind of put out there for you guys. I don't really think it makes a difference as far as the product's performance itself, but just so you get it and you're like, wait a minute, why is this so foamy? Once I literally just put it out of got it out of the package. And that's just because of the material it's made out of. I've now learned, because in a previous video I did mention that something was very soapy and foamy. However, it was due to the type of material it was made out of. Mind you, the Real Techniques complexion sponge is also made out of polyurethane, and that is the one that I use. And when I first bought mine, it was not that foamy or soapy or whatever the heck you want to call it. So just something to, you know, for you guys to know, for you to be aware of. On the packaging, it says that this is vegan, dermatologist texted, and also latex free. So if you're somebody who cares about any of those things, that's something for you to just be aware of. I've already done my foundation. I did my brows. I also did my eyes. So I'm just going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape, which is a concealer I normally use. I was going to test this out by using it with my foundation, but I'm not a sponge foundation applicator kind of person because I feel like it soaks up a lot of product. That's just me. There are lots of people who love getting that seamless, blended, smooth look with makeup sponges, but I just prefer to use a brush because I feel like it's faster. I feel like it's just something I'm more comfortable with. And I'm just gonna apply this to the usual areas. Shoot. You wanna know what I told myself this year? I told myself that I was not going to be applying as much concealer underneath my eyes. But, you know, things happen. Life happens. I wish I was just naturally a part of the dotting crew. You know, the dotting crew, they just dot, 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 and then like they're done and they're comfortable and they're content with the direction of their lives. I wish I was them, but I'm not. I will tell you guys that I'm very afraid for this sponge and how it'll apply underneath the eyes, because it doesn't have that, you know, teardrop shape that I'm used to where it comes up to a point. But, you know, we're going to rock it. We're going to see how it works, okay? Oh, Lord. I don't know if I like this shape, you guys. Let me use this side. I'm going to use one of the sides to... Okay, that's a little better. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put contour on. You know what? I still can. The Ruby Kisses contour palette. I'm going to use this color right here, the darkest one. So on camera, this contour color is coming off more red than it actually is. Okay, so it seems to be doing a pretty good job. I don't have any issues with the material at all. The material that the sponge is made out of. I do kind of feel like my Real Techniques sponge is a little bit softer, but that might be because it's kind of broken into. Maybe we'll see how this sponge operates, if it operates any differently after it's surpassed its breaking in stages, because I feel like sponges are a little bit softer and more flexible after you've used them for a while, washed them for a while. It's like how a new pair of shoes fit compared to how shoes fit after you've worn them a few times. So I like that I can turn it onto its side right here and just go down the middle, and I'm turning it on to the flatter side. One thing I am noticing with this compared to my Real Techniques sponge, I feel like this is drying a little faster, but it is blending out pretty well. I'm gonna take the butt, that's what I like to call it. I'm gonna take the butt and blend out my contour. Normally for the under eye, I do take the Real Techniques mini sponges, but I feel like it is possible to work with this just as it's possible to work with any other regular large sponge underneath the eye, as long as you know what angles to work and all that. It doesn't conform well to my face, I feel, probably because of my high cheekbones and the fact that I have deep set eyes with pretty prominent tear troughs. Is it called tear troughs? Tear troughs? Troughs. Anyway, whatever it is, I have those and they're very prominent. So I think we're done blending, and you know what? Usually I'll add a little bit of LA Girl Conceal in the color Cool Tan, and I don't really feel like it's necessary. I wonder if I just had my first makeup epiphany of 2018. All right now. I really wish I could compare this to a beauty blender, but I don't own one still after how many years of doing makeup. It's not that I have anything against them or against the brand, I just don't own one. If any representatives of Beauty Blender are watching and would like to send me a beauty blender, I'm not against it. In 2018, I'm receiving all the blessings that come my way, open-handed, wholeheartedly. Just so you know. Just putting that out there. I feel like you guys are going to hear that a lot, like in 2018. 2018, I'm going to change. 2018, I'm turning over a new leaf. Okay, I don't know why I keep blending like as if this is not already blended to maximum capacity, but I'm going to set with the RCMA No Color Powder. Just gonna go down the center here. Okay, this is perfect. This is freaking perfect for the bridge of the nose. For setting underneath the eye, this is actually really, really good. Because of the edges, this is actually perfect for using to set underneath the eyes with powder. It almost gets rid of the need for a cosmetic wedge, which is normally what I use to set with powder, because it has like those square, sharp edges, especially for the areas around the nose. Because you can see I can go in down the sides to set with powder, and it has the same kind of tip as this sponge does. I know it's all dirty. You guys are like, oh, that's disgusting. But so you see that tip right there? That's normally what I use. I dip my RCMA powder into it, and then I go down the bridge of my nose. So the fact that this already has something like that built into it is perfect. It gets rid of the need for that cosmetic wedge for me. I'm just going to generally go around my face and use whatever remaining powder is on the sponge, which is probably not much. Set the rest of the face. There we have it. We are looking very good. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with this purchase. For $5.99, it's a very good buy. I felt like when I was, applying it, dabbing it on my face, it wasn't as bouncy as I would have liked, but it is definitely soft. Applying this with concealer, I felt like I had to work a little bit harder. Not that much harder. I think it was pretty much about the same, but this was just a little tiny little bit, like a little itsy bitsy bit harder than my Real Techniques sponge. Using this with powder to set underneath the eye and other areas of the face was spectacular. As I said, it gets rid of the need for my cosmetic wedge. It has all those sharp edges that are perfect for near the nose. I kind of feel like because of my cheekbones and my personal face structure, this slanted longer side of the sponge was not as beneficial for me, but the shorter side was, just as the Real Techniques has a side like that, but I tend to not really use it all that much, I don't feel like. As I mentioned before, for getting underneath the eyes to blend out your concealer, using the very side of it is much better to just, you know, squeeze it and then go in. A smaller sponge gets rid of that need, but if you are only using one tool, let's say you're traveling or you don't have a smaller sponge, you definitely can still use this for underneath the eye. Do I prefer this as opposed to a sponge that's just completely round and pointy at the tip? I don't know. I feel like the pointy tip sponges have their uses, and then sponges like this also have their uses. It's best to just probably have both. This, because you can really use it as like an all-purpose use to really set certain parts of the face. The round part of the sponge, normally people use this to apply their foundation and also blend in their foundation, but I don't use sponges for my foundation. But if you do, I feel like this would also be beneficial for you. So it's an all-around sponge that basically has everything in it, or on it technically. Will I be using it in place of my Real Techniques sponge? Maybe, maybe not. As far as the design of the sponges, it all comes down to user preference. That's really what it is at the end of the day. Do I like the EcoTools sponge? Yeah. Do I like it more than my Real Techniques sponge? I don't know yet. I feel like I have to use it more to really come to a full conclusion of that, but it was fun using it, and I'm definitely going to be using that to set my face whenever I do not have my cosmetic wedges around. Because the downside of the cosmetic wedges is that sometimes they, you know, they are really small, they can be very flimsy, and this EcoTools sponge saves you from having to go through a bunch of cosmetic wedges. So I'm guessing over time you would save money. However, y'all know I'm a little bit cheap, so I have reused my cosmetic sponges a few times. Just wash it like I do with my regular blenders, and it's like brand new, like this one. I washed it, but we're not going to tell anybody that, because, you know, we want to keep up a certain appearance. No, but seriously, I can be pretty, I don't want to call it cheap, I can be pretty economical with certain makeup tools. All right, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to thumbs it up, and also comment down below in the comment section to let me know what you think. If you have any other you tried it that you want me to do, like, you know, just let me know. Any tools, any makeup, any products, you know, just down below, just right there. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to get all notifications so you never miss a video from me, because there may be something big coming along the way, and if you're not part of the notification squad, you might miss out. I'm not going to tell you what it is, giveaway, but there may be something coming. Just putting that out there for you guys, okay? And also follow me on social media. I really love interacting with you guys on there. And that is all. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.